Hey there, Patty here, intuitive coach and also founder of the Receiving School. So, I have been doing a series of videos, you're watching number 2, where I'm answering the most frequently asked questions I get about how to communicate with our spirit guides and angels. How do we work with our loved ones? How do we hear from them? Now, the most common question I do get is, can you give me a process? Can you show me the steps that will let me connect to my spirit guides, to my angels, to my grandmother, to whomever you miss so much that's already on the other side of the veil? And that's a reasonable question. Our brains crave structure, crave process. So, good news, I do have one for you, and I'm going to give it to you in this video. The thing I want to offer you first, though, before we dive into the steps, is to understand that the information you need to connect to your spirit guides and angels is not out there. It's not here. It's in here. Okay. And often what gets in the way of you knowing what your heart, what your soul already knows is your brain. It creates a lot of static, a lot of fissure, a lot of noise. And so the value of these steps is not that you need them to talk to your spirit guides or angels or loved ones. It's that having a process calms your brain down, which lowers the volume on the static and makes it more possible for you to have that fluid communication that you desire. But I say this before I get into the steps because I never want you to feel that you need me or any other teacher to have a relationship with your spirit guides, your angels, or your loved ones. They are always around you and they are always working super hard so that you hear and see what they need you to hear and say. All right. But with that, I will give you this process so that you do have something to follow and know where you are in the process. When I'm running the receiving school, which part of what we do in the receiving school is help people connect. What I find for a lot of people is that there's a feeling of, am I doing this right? So again, that's where the steps come in. They give you a process so you know where you are in the process and you don't keep asking yourself, am I doing this right? You're at a stage in the process. You know where you are. Having that orientation point makes it easier for you to calmly and easily show up in communication with your spirit guides, angels, and loved ones. All right. So here are the 4. First, I'll give you the 4 steps, and then we'll go into a little bit of depth with each of them. So the first is to clear. The second is to connect. The third is to request. And the fourth is to receive. Okay. So clear, connect, request, and receive. So what does clear mean? Well, clear means clear your environment, your physical environment, your energetic environment, and your psychological environment. So again, going back to the brain, easily distracted. So you want the environment you're in to be free from distractions, right? What does it mean energetically? Well, there's lots of processes that can clear your energetic environment, but whatever you use, even just cleaning, physical cleaning, vacuuming, wiping down walls, opening windows, letting fresh air in can really boost the energetic environment. And then, of course, there are a number of processes that many different wise traditions use to clear the energy. And whichever one works for you, you are welcome to use. And then the psychological environment. What can we do to clear the psychological environment? Well, there's 2 methods you can use to clear the psychological environment. One is meditation, right? A lot of people feel like they can't meditate, but here's why people get tripped up meditating. They think their mind is supposed to go totally blank. That's not actually meditation. Meditation is not grasping the thoughts that come through. Now, meditation is not required. Right? Whatever you can do to slow your mind down, going for a walk in nature can help. Maybe just getting some tasks off your to-do list first before you settle in. All of these things can help your mind just settle down. But if you are open to meditation, just sitting for a few minutes, probably 3 minutes at first, just so that you're not struggling. And all you do is watch your thoughts go by. You can watch them float up in a balloon. Another method I've been given is like as if you're watching like the ticker tape on a stock market go across your thoughts. Just Let them go, and allow your mind to settle down. That's what psychological settling or clearing looks like. The second method is the breath, which also transitions us into the second step of connect. So again, clear is the first step. You want to clear your physical environment, your energetic environment, and your psychological environment. And let me just say, it doesn't have to be pristine. Okay. You don't have to be perfect. All you perfectionists out there, just do a little bit, right? Okay. So breath helps you settle your mind down and it helps you connect. And the connect in this process is not about connecting to your spirit guides, angels, and loved ones. It's about you connecting to your inner wisdom. So often what I see is that when people want to connect to their spirit guides, angels, or loved ones, it's because they feel like the answers are out there again, right? Like that you feel overwhelmed and you feel confused, or you have decisions to make, or you want to free yourself of a difficult situation or relationship. And you're hoping your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones can give you the answers. A lot of times they can definitely help, but they're not going to give you the answers if you don't start first with yourself. They always want you to know that the highest wisdom for yourself comes from within. So that connecting, that step number 2 is about connecting to that inner wisdom that sits inside your body, right? And so breath, not just psychologically settling us down, it also helps us connect. So we're going to do that together right now. You're just going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, let the air fill your body and let it out. And just watch as you breathe in, how you feel the sensation of yourself deep in your body. Letting it out. Breathing in. And letting it out. And then what I like to do, although whatever you can do to connect to yourself is perfectly fine, but what I like to do and what I guide people to do, take their hands and place them in their heart center. That reminds you where to focus. Breathing in and out. You might even want to take one hand and put it here in your belly, because that's another great point of inner connection, inner wisdom. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And now what you've done is energy that was sort of disparate, that was sort of scattered, now is pulled within you, right? That's a beautiful place from which to communicate with your spirit guides, your angels, and your loved ones. Because as you ask them questions, you're also going to feel the answers that are within your own wisdom, which leads us to step number 3, which is request. So what does that mean? It means ask for help. It may seem obvious that your spirit guides, angels, and loved ones are in some omnipotent state where they know everything you need to know. And to a certain extent, they're definitely seeing a lot. But there's a few things going on. One, they respect free will, and you have free will. And so in order for them to help you with anything, you have to ask, right? So that's what the request means. But more deeply than just simply asking, it's asking with specificity, being specific in what you ask for. Now, if you're not sure what you ask for, just saying help, like I feel overwhelmed, help me, that's a place to start. But the more specific you can get with your questioning, the more specific your guides, your angels, and your loved ones can be in their response to you. So as they send you signs, if you say help and, you have a loved one that just always shows you, one of mine is a shamrock. My dad always shows me a shamrock to let me know he's near. Well, if I say help and he shows me a shamrock, he's basically saying, I'm here, right? But if I haven't given him any more details to work with, it's kind of hard for him to be specific in his answers. Now, as you get more comfortable talking to your spirit guides, angels, and loved ones, they'll communicate with more than signs. You'll be able to hear the answers or sense them or know them or feel them. And the more specific you are with the answer, the more specific they can be, or the more specific you are with the question, the more specific they can be with the answer. So phrasing it with specificity. So that's the request part. And then finally, if you aren't at the stage where you're actually hearing the answers, sensing them, feeling them, or maybe even trusting that you're getting those answers, asking for a specific sign is a great way that transitions us into step number 4, which is receive. So receive is when you hear the communication back, whether it's that you sense it, you know it, you just know it in your mind, you see a sign for a period of time. And I would say at minimum, maybe 7 days, but like the longer you can go, the better. When you think you've gotten an answer, receive it. Allow it to be the answer. Just put yourself into an open space of trusting that you're getting the right answers. Now, certainly, if you're asking for questions that are where the answers are really high stakes, like, should I marry this person? Should I break up with this person? Should I invest in this big investment? Should I leave my job, right? Okay, well, then it's a little challenging to trust that the answers you're getting are definitely the right ones. I wouldn't go that high stakes, but we would start with the requests being pretty low stake questions, especially if they're about your emotional state. Like, I feel very confused about my job right now. Can you help me understand what step I could take right now to have clarity, right? That's a really specific question. And it's smaller than saying, should I leave my job, right? So that's where you can get specific, also low stakes. And then whatever answer comes to you, trust that your spirit team gave that to you, okay? So those are the 4 steps. Again, you're going to clear, connect, request, and receive. So I hope that gives you a starting point or a process to follow. And if you would like to take those 4 steps deeper, really get into it with me, I am going to be hosting a workshop on April 12th. And certainly if you're seeing this after the workshops run live, you'll be able to purchase the replay. Whether you can be with us live or not, you will always get the replay when you purchase this workshop. So you can go to pattylennon.com/4 steps to join the workshop. So again, that's going to be a 3-hour workshop on April 12th, really going to drop into each of these steps. We'll get more details. I can answer your questions. And I want to make sure that this workshop is accessible to you no matter where you are in your level of abundance in your life. So what you will notice when you go to the page to sign up, is that there's tiered pricing. You choose the level of pricing that matches your level of abundance. I'm not saying it matches your financial independence or your financial strength. And the reason I'm not saying that is because there was a time where I was incredibly in a huge lack state. We had over 6 figures in debt. And occasionally I would stumble upon trainings that would really be helpful. And they'd offer this tiered pricing, but they'd say based on need. And I always felt some shame in choosing a lower amount than the highest dollar amount that was there. I don't want you to feel that. I don't want you to feel that this is about need. This is about your level of abundance. And all of us move back and forth in our state of abundance, despite what may be happening in our real world. Okay. So look at the tiered pricing, choose what matches your level of abundance. And I've kept this workshop pretty low price to begin with, just to make it, again, accessible. So if you'd like to join us on April 12th, sign up, go to pattylennon.com/4 steps, and we'll take this even deeper. Okay. Have a great day.